Okay. You can just leave your questions so I can see and gather your questions, and I will start 3 minutes later. We will start exactly the 10 p.m. Okay. Please leave more detail on the questions that I answer the questions uh, clearly. Okay. See you 2 minutes later. Oh, I'm sorry. Really, thank you, thank you, thank you, the shiny bara. Thank you, thank you. Okay, then I have to start at a first in Korean. But anyway, today is the July 1st and Friday night, and the weather was absolutely great. And compared to yesterday it was heavy raining, and it's very really hard to walk down the street or went to somewhere. But today it is amazingly great weather, and it the last few days, I think, right, is very hot weather. But you must consider that starting from July 1st to today, there are several immigration policies and have started, and some of the things are very not good, but some of the things are good. But anyway, if you have any the more detailed information about the updates the immigration matters, and you may check on the Facebook Visa in Korea or our and the website visainkorea.com or YouTube channel, the Visa in Korea 1. And you can check that more detailed information on that. But anyway, starting from the July 1st today, there are a lot of changes. But if someone asks me, I will let you know more detailed information on that. And the further details, I already saw that you may check the Facebook page, and you can check very recent the immigration policies. You may check through our Visa in Korea Facebook page as well as YouTube channel as well. Okay, let us start today. Chai Khan, Mr. Chai Khan. Hi, every time you join us, really appreciate. And Mr. Chai Khan. My question is about E74. Great. How we can change E74 to F5 visa? Okay. Mm. Actually, I just submitted a certain the policy and the proposal regarding the F5 visas because for the third immigration policy in the starting from the 2018 to 2022, the right now it is on the ongoing in, but at the time it is a Ministry of Justice has announced that there is a certain like additional point, additional some benefit if someone like the foreigners are working at like a local provinces. When they try to change F5, they give her some of the benefit and incentives, but there is no any update information even like past several years right now. So I just you know uh just delivered the kinds of a complaint to their the Minister of Justice because of why I say like this. And F5, especially F5.1 and F5.16, the same thing. F5.1 is a general permanent residency. F5.16 is just for the permanent residency converted from F to 7, right? But I'd like to focusing on the F5 visa first, F5.1. Actually, E74 visa to F5.1, right? Firstly, you must have the bachelor's degree, the 4-year university degree. If you want to change from E7 2 3 4 to F5.1. So my first condition and suggestion is if you have E74, and I'd like to recommend you to change F299 because and the E7 to F5.1 takes around 5 years. You have to wait until 5 years. So during that 5 years, what you have to do, the first one, the change E74 to F299, the 5 years later then, it means E74 to F5.1 need the bachelor's degree, but if you change E7 to F299 and F299 to F5.1, it doesn't need the bachelor's degree, right? So first step is to change E74 to F299 first for the 5 years from date of obtaining your E74 visa, right? So if you have F299, even like a E74 to F5.1, the same thing, need 5 years, the first and the criterion. The second one is you have to meet a GNI double income for the previous years. The for example, and they confirmed the 2021 GNI was around the 41 million won. Is if you just change it to E74 to F5 or F299 to F5 needs GNI double is around 82 million won. That is based on the last year's GNI, confirmed GNI. GNI is gross national income. So how to meet GNI double income? Me, I cannot do that. Right? How about Mr. China Khan? Can you meet and the GNI double income for the previous year's income, like a 82 million won for 1 year, January 1st to December 31st income can meet GNI double 82 million won is very difficult, right? So my suggestion is that is even my customers as well. And if you have E74, I'll let them consider to change E74 to F299 preparation. And how to prepare for the F299. F299 and need the 5 years from E74 and KIIP stage 4 completion. And the previous year's income is 18 times of your basic income. So I just calculate the based on current situation and uh, 9,160 9,161 and 18 times. So your yearly income shall be over 34.5 million, but yearly it is increasing. So 34.5 million if you have this mean, and you can change up to 99, and your saving is 15 million won is required. 50 million won includes your 전세 down payment, right? Or your monthly rent contract down payment, and the deposit and account. Or if you have some houses on your name, you can put it together to meet 15 million won. Okay, I just say just like this, okay? Just for the basic requirements. So F299 to F5, but usually E7 plus and F299 period plus. If you meet 5 years after F299 from E74, and if you meet in 5 years, including E74 period and F299 period, if you stay in Korea for 5 years with that visa, you can combine, and 5 years later, then and from the E74 F299, you can combine the period, and if you meet the 5 year, and you can change it to the from the F299 to F51 general permanent residency. In this case, I said need for the F51 is a basic requirement. First period need 5 years. The second one, KIP stage 5 completion. Third one is the most important thing is you have to meet GNI double income based on your previous years and January 1st to December 31st income. How can you meet 82 million won? It's very difficult, right? So that's why I just let you the change and from E74 to F299. So if you have F299, it takes 5 years, and you already invite your spouse already in Korea, right? So you can only do is preparation for the F299 for 5 years and let your spouse study KIP. Why? Look at this. If you change the F299 and if your spouse and learns KIP stage 4 completion and your last year's income is a GNI one-time income, but E74 to F299 with the your spouse need GNI 1.5 times. So it's very hard, right? Very hard. So I said that you must change the F299 first, because if you work at a manufacturing and you can do another work or other works, and during like a evening time or Saturday, Sunday, and you can work and you can get more money. And if you meet a Gen I 1.5 times, 1.5 is around this 60 something. Wait a minute. Mm, and 1.5 is around the 61 million won. If you can meet and you can try, but if you cannot meet, and after you change after 99 with a 18 times our basic income, I said already 34.5 million won if you meet a change after 99 visa first, and you can work another one, right? And you can put together and combine, and if you meet Gen I 1.5 is 61.5 million won, and you can say if you save like a 30 million won instead of 50 million won, 30 million won including your deposit, and your the down payment for the 전세, right? Put together, right? And your spouse, you got KIP stage 4. Your spouse can change the F299 visa, right? Cause of you, and your spot can work like almost any kind of work, E9 visa, manufacturing work, and agricultural work, and the fishery work, or some H2 field like a basic and a simple jobs, and you can combine each other. So to meet Gen double. Okay, this is what I really and suggest to you. I think this is the only way, or just you can just learn the master's degree in Korea, but this is a long time you have to stay and wait for that. Which one is would be more better? Master degree is not that easy in Korea, right? And takes more than 2 years and you have to do, but takes time. Or you can try to do that master degree in Korea, and you can try like the master degree F510. But except for that, F299 to F5, it is the only way I just recommendable. And also after your F299 change from the E74, let your spouse to change F1 visa to F299 and let her work and put together your income. So you just need to set up the schedule like several years, and after that, and you can the managing it, and you can make some of the schedule. When is the deadline to apply for the F501? Okay, Chadi Khan, good. Shani Ibarra is a full-time 계약직 can get E7 visa for F27. Oh, what is the full-time 계약직 is most of the foreigners, they have to make it their like yearly and a full time the working contract, right? So E7 you as well same thing, E71 visa, right? So if you have E71 and when you make a contract with your hiring company, and you just make a like a 1 year contract, right? So full time 1 year contract, if you have a E7 visa, and you can apply for F27. But how to apply for the F27 from E71? E74 it is not available, but E71 is available. But depends on the situations. Like if you have it, oh, if I am in D10 visa with a master degree in Korea and got a job, 계약직, can I apply for the F27? Okay. The Shani Ibarra. If you got a master's degree in D10, the first of all, you can apply for the F27 after you finding job. But you must understand that. What is that? The first of all, even if you change D10 visa to F27, it means and you have to meet E71 visa criteria as well as 80 point to meet F27. Can you understand that? Okay, one more time. If you change D10 job seeking visa to F7 directly, it is possible, but you have to meet E71 visa criteria and 80 point for the F27, right? It means F27 and includes E71 visa criteria. So how to meet E71 visa criteria? The first one, you have to find one of the 67 job categories. And company, your hiring company shall hire or already hired more than 5 Koreans. Okay, and the lastly, and your the 계약, like a 1 year contract shall meet GNI 80%. Okay, so if you change D10 visa to F7, you have to meet E71 visa criteria. First one, you find the company and based on your major, right? And to meet the one of the 67 job categories on E71 visa. And the second one, and there shall be more than 5 Koreans for your hiring company. Number three, and you are the yearly and the working contract amount shall be over GNI 80%. So what is the GNI 80%? And GNI 80% is around the 33 million won, right? Or 32.5 million, but around the 33 million won. You have to meet 33 million won with a 1 year working contract and 80 points. 80 points, when you calculate the working contract amount shall not be counted on your points, except for you are being hired by a KOSPI or KOSDAQ listed company. Okay? Can you understand that, right? This is a very, very important. Okay? Good. Oh, this is one of the very, very, wow, this is a very not good, some of the persons, okay? And this is, oh, okay, good. Some of the things, some of the persons are very like not good, and the things, and this, oh, man. Some of the persons are like a posting very not good things. Okay. Good. Okay, I just reported it. Okay. Wow, what is that? It's amazing. Okay. I have to see the other things. So the Shani, the Ibarra, I talked already, right? So just to follow and my the suggestion, you have to meet E71 visa criteria and the GNI 80% and the yearly income and the working contract, right? And more than 5 Koreans, and you have to meet one of the 67 and the E71 and the professional job categories, right? And and after that, if you have 80 point, you can apply for the F7 directly. But you must consider that you have to meet E71 visa criteria, okay? Yes, UD. I'm a worker on visa E9 from Indonesia. What if I accepted to get master degree in Korea? Which visa I should apply for? The subject on my master degree is related to my job. So you got an E9 visa and get accepted as the master degree. I cannot understand that because E9 visa holders can, apply for the master degree. But if there was a certain but internet and a master degree, it cannot be accepted for the permanent residency when you apply for that. But it can, add on when you change E74 visa. So mostly I want to say that from the E9, and this is the only way you can change is E74 visa. After E74, you can use if you have a master's degree in Korea, not through the internet. Just you have to just study regular course. But how can you, study regular course? Because you have to work and Monday through Friday. But if there was some of the Friday or Saturday, the Saturday or Sunday class you can do, but when you have E9, you cannot use it for the another visa. So only way is you can just change into E9 to E74. And at the time, E74 to another visa, you can try to do that. Okay. But E9 itself, only way you can do is to change E74 visa. But I'm not sure that you can uh, get a master degree for the regular courses in Korea. But anyway, so I just recommend you too, if you can get the master degree in Korea, regular course, okay, not the internet, not 방송통신대. And if you do after E74, there is some have a chance. For example, if you get a master degree and working more than 3 years after E74, not E9 working, E74 and working and more than 3 years, and you can try it for the F510 visa, but it takes a time. Okay. Okay. What caused the Ashik? Sir, you doing really great job. Thank you. I really appreciate. Really appreciate. Thank you so much for all the information. Really appreciate that. Soy escape ninja. Sir, what kind of a bank account will I open for savings? Uh, the for savings, there are two ways. The first one, but savings means are your monthly saving to apply for the E74 visa, right? Right. So you can use the current your bank and like your payment and the account for just receiving money. But if you visit to the bank and there is a 적금 accumulating, like a monthly accumulating or monthly savings, but you have to must consider that there are several monthly savings, but you must check uh, uh, regular monthly savings for 2 years, right? And you have to save a monthly more than 800,000 won, 800,000, 80만 원 per month. And if you reach and the 30 million won, you can get 5 points, right? It takes a time. So if you want to make your own just a saving bank account and just open it for the 적금, 정기적금, regular installment, monthly installment savings, regular monthly installment savings, 정기적금, and you can do that, right? So, okay. DADA, explain about hot news about 1.5 GNI for F51. 1.5 GNI? Who said that? 1.5 GNI? I cannot understand that. There is no any 1.5 GNI for the F51. F51 need a GNI double. Mr. Dada, could you explain what your the question exactly? Wow, what is that? This is some of the wow, some of the what is that? What is the very like a very not good and a message somebody to that? Yes. Okay. Wow, there was too many. Wow, too many like a junk things and happened here. I'm really sorry about that. Wow. how can they just join this one? Okay. But anyway, I'm really sorry about that. Okay. Explain about hot news about 1.5 GNI for F51. So, Dada, could you explain where did you get this information 1.5 GNI for F51? As far as I know, the need GNI double. Please and reply me. Or I cannot understand. Where did you get this information on that? Okay, good. Okay. And okay. Wow. So not good. And okay, wait a minute. Wow. There's so many spams on it. I couldn't make it, right? Who did it like this? Okay, and the next one, the question is, okay. Sir, can I know what are the details of a change E74 visa to F299? The Cookmin Real. I explained before that, but I explain it one more time. And the E74 E74 to F299 need the first one need of 5 years from E74 to F299. So within these 5 years, and when you go out for somewhere like a visit your home country, just exclude this period. So you just checking exactly staying in Korea period for 5 years, okay? And the second one, if you just apply for the F299 by your own self, it doesn't matter about your spouse or your children and live in Korea or overseas. It doesn't matter. If you just by your own self try to apply for the F299 and 18 times over the monthly basic income is around the 34.5 million won for previous year's year income, right? Is required. The third one, KIIP stage 4 completion is required. KIP stage 4 completion, and you have to test at the mid test, okay? And last one, you have to show and prove the savings is over 15 million won, like including your bank account, deposit, and your 전세 and 월세 down payment, right? So this is for the basic requirement. So very important. It takes time to prepare that kinds of a document and preparations. Okay, good. Good. And I just explained that. And the Master UD, thank you for the explanation. I should get this 74. Maybe after I should think about getting the master degree. Thanks so much, Mr. Zhang. Okay, so but I'm not sure how to get your master degree in Korea while you have the E9 visa. But you must consider that if you want to have some of the benefit, you want to get it, right? So after E74 from the E9, you can use it. But important thing is, please, you have to study at the regular course of a master degree, not from the internet or 방송통신대학교, right? Regular course is very important, okay? And the China Khan, sir, your time is very important. Please don't give attention to bad things. They should be shame on this. Really appreciate it. Mr. Chai Khan. Every time when you write some of the word and it gives me motivation. But anyway, some of the like a pop up, like some dirt and some of the ads and pop up. But that one is sometimes it is very annoying, right, for attendees here. So I just click and report it to the YouTube already. I really appreciate that. Soy Escape Ninja. I am holding E74 visa and I have a bachelor's degree from our country. Can I apply for F5? Uh, Actually, no. Okay. F5 10. F5 10, you cannot apply, but F5 1, I explained it, right? You can do it. Okay. So if you have a E74 and if you have a bachelor's degree, you can apply for the F51 visa is correct, right? Not F510. F510 is not available. F51 is available. But I said already, we can going back to original problems. What is the original problem? And you can stay 5 years and from E74 to F51. Yes, I can understand that. But how about and the KIP stage 4? Yes, you can meet the KIP stage 4 completion. It doesn't matter. You can meet it, right? There is no any problems for that, right? There's no problem. But I'm saying is how to meet GNI double income. Minjak, how to meet 82 million won from January 1st to December 31st for previous year. How to meet the GNI double. So that's why you can apply for the F51, the 5 years from E74, and you said that you got a bachelor's degree. But how can you meet the GNI double income? Or if your spouse got a working visa in Korea, you can combine together. Yeah, there's no problem. But it's mostly difficult because E74 visa holder's spouse comes to Korea with F3. F3 is not allowed to work. Usually, I said usually, not all person. So my recommendation is you have to make your yearly income more higher. So how can you meet a 82 million one? So in this case, if we change 5 years to later after 99, while you're working at current company and you can work additionally for other simple jobs and professional jobs. So you can combine. So that's why I just explain. And you need to consider after 99, after E74 visa, because so most of the E74 visa holders cannot meet GNI double income for the previous year's income. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Right? Good. So this is what I'm saying it. Wow, there's too many things. Right? So this unfortunately, wow, it means my broadcasting is a very uh a very famous, right? Okay. So I said already, Soy the Escape Ninja, please get your just after 99, after E74, and 5 years later then and get together and work furthermore and increase your income to meet GNI double, okay? Maria Dolores, SD10 visa is also internship visa. Mm, the D10, yes, is a job seeking visa and you can work as an intern. Yes, no problem. What will be the requirement of that? Do I need to submit the bank certificate or statement for 6 months or just the job contract from the employee is enough? Thank you. If you have a D10 visa right now and if you just send internship contract, I just said that if you have a D10 visa, right? If you find the company and you can just make a like an internship contract with your company and send a fax to the immigration about your internship contract, right? And your company and the company and the business certificate, right? So the more detailed information about the document, you can call 1345 Immigration Contact Center. But main requirement is, and if, hey, how did you get a D10? And from the do you study in Korea with a D2 1 to D2 4 or something, or previously working at the E71 visa and after that you quit your job and change to D10? Please say more detail. Well, depends on this one is truly different. In your country, can be credit for the point system. Yeah, based on it doesn't matter about your domestic or overseas. Domestic means Korea, right? It doesn't matter, right? But if you that comes from the overseas and you got a bachelor's degree from outside of Korea, there is a less point. It's you have to meet a 60 point to change D10. It is not easy. Okay, so I already checked it. You can check our YouTube channel, our the Facebook page Visa in Korea. You can check that in a link to my Korean version of D10 point chart. Okay, so you can check your point right clearly for that. Good. Chide Khan, sir, I saw your post on Facebook about changing workplace with the E74 visa. Kindly explain point two. The when your working contract is finished. Okay. The based on this information, right? Based on this information, yes, and wait a minute. Hmm. The is a your working contract is finished, but you must consider that at the first time, right? If your contract and if it's finished like August 31st, but before that you must check your visa validity, right? So if your visa is finished at the same time or earlier before your working contract is finished, you have to work at the current company. If not, you cannot change another one. Can you understand that? So important thing is you must check your working contract and your visa main remaining date. Like for example, if your the working contract is finished on August 31st, and if you were and the visa, right, E74 visa is the expiration date is same day or before August 31st. In this case, even if you want to change another company, but you cannot because after time, every time the when you change your company and like a point two, and at the time after your working contract is finished, you can the next day, at least next day after working contract is finished, you can do something, find a company and try to apply for that. So if your contract period and you were the visa and the remaining period are the same, or your visa remaining period is earlier than your working contract finished. In this case, there is no other ways. You cannot move to another company. But if and you were and the visa status in the 1 month longer than your working contract and finished that one, and just within 14 days after your working contract finished, you just reserve it and visit there and find the company and apply for the another job. Okay, you must understand that. But at the risk, yes, I have a D2 visa, then converting it to D10. So if you have a D2 and you just completed, you graduated in a bachelor's degree or master's degree in Korea and D10, you can use your current Korean and academic degree is a more advanced point than overseas and diploma. So you may check that at the Visit Korea Facebook, and there is some of the link that I just translated it in English, and you can check that more detail on it. Okay. So and it's the point system of a 60 point is one of the requirement for the. No, this is a E7. It is not a E7. In the Maria, I am talking about D10. And D10, if you got a D2 and the D10 need a 60 point, not E7, right? So if you got a D10 when you get like a D2, and after graduate you change to the job seeking and D10, it needs 60 points. But if you got a D10 and E7, no need points. Need very important and the requirement D10 to E7. First one, you have to work one of the 67 job categories out of one of the 67 jobs. The second one, the GNI 80%. GNI 80% is around it's a 33 million one around, and you have to make a 1-year contract at least. The third one is there were more than 5 Koreans for the hiring your company. Can you understand that? So the point need is D2 to D10, need 60 point. And D10 to E7, it is not required for the points, but need the basic 3 important thing. The first one, GNI 80% of your working contract. Second one, your hiring company, the Korean number of Koreans over 5. And number 3, your working field, like it shall be one of the 67 job categories of E7 visa job, right? Occupation list. Can you understand that? You can just check YouTube channel or Visa in Korea. There are 67 job categories. I already translated it and open it, and you can check this one. Okay, good. So there are so many and really not good messages from there, like wow. So but anyway, okay, I just this one, yes, and good, okay. Okay, so there is any questions about that? So if you didn't have it, I just explain about my posting. The today is my posting. So do you have any questions? Yes, I understand. Now it's my D10 will be over in few months. Okay, I see. So so you got the D10 right now. So the only way is that you have to find it out E7 visa criteria and that kinds of a company, and you can apply for the E7. Don't be late, okay, Maria. Don't be late and try to apply for the E7. And you must find the company first, okay? Lagujar Media. I have E7 and have a master degree in IT. Can I apply for the F510? So, the logo jar and how to get E71. So you got our E71 visa from the visa from your home country, or where did you get your master degree in IT? Please let me know, and then I will let you know that. For example, if you got an E7 from your home country before you come to Korea, or I got my master degree from Korea. Okay, so your master degree is IT. It doesn't matter, right? If you got a master degree, it doesn't matter, and you have E7 visa right now. So if you are working more than 3 years from your E7, and then 1 year of full-time working, and if you do, and okay, I will let you know right now your master degree. The first one is 3 years of working experience after E7, right? And more than 1 year of like full-time working, right? And number 3, and you need to the previous year's income shall be over GNI GNI one-time income. GNI is almost 41 million one, okay? And the last one is you have to complete KIP stage 5. Can you meet this in the 4 and the criteria? So Lagujar the Meteor. So did you meet in the 3 years of working continuously after E7? And the second one is more than 1 year based on right now the full-time working. Number 3, and last year's income is a GNI one-time income, like a 41 million one, and the KIP stage 5 completion. So you have to meet, you have to study and very hard to meet the like for the requirement and the criteria. The first one, you have to work more than 3 years with the E7 in Korea. And while you're working at the time of your application, and you have to meet like a 1 year full time and employment. And number three, KIP stage 5 completion. Your last year's income shall be over GNI one-time income. Very hard, right? I'm in my first year of the working with A7. Okay, so you have to work more than 2 years more and complete KIP stage 5, and your previous year's income shall be GNI one time. But every year, the GNI and the gross national income is increasing. Okay, but based on the 2002, 2001, 2021, it confirmed the GNI is a 41, around the 41 million one. So you have to meet this one. Can you understand it, right? Good. Okay, there is any other the questions about that? So if you don't have this one, I will just let you know that today is my the posting about that. Okay, okay. But today's my posting was about the F5 F501 visa, right? F501. But usually, there were the two things, right? Should I apply for the F27? But it is not a mandatory, and it is not a mandatory. But if your final destination is F510, I said already, E7 working period is required for 3 years, and you have to prove that more than 1 year of full-time working at the time of your application, and the GNI one-time income and KIP stage 5 completion. Even if you apply for the F27, the same thing, requirement is not changed. Okay, so but compared to E7, and F27 is more freely, because E7, the currently you are working on it, is a very, after the contract finishes, right? You have to find the company, but your video will be finished. But if you change the F27, there is some of the no specific restrictions to work somewhere. I already posted on my visa in Korea Facebook page, and starting from July 1st today, and F27 video holders can work and simple occupations. But before that, it was not accepted. But you can work as a full-time. Yeah, after 7 you can work in a full-time, but E71 only you can work at that contracting company, just one company. But after 7 you can work in several companies. It means you can make more money. Can you understand? So that's why it is not a mandatory to change the F27 when you are scheduled to change the F510, right? It is not a mandatory. But considering your situation, E7 after 1 year, who knows it, right? You can like your employer like cannot extend your working contract at the time. You have to just change detail job seeking again and have to do something. But after 7, if you want to quit, you can quit, right? And find another company, but no need to report your find a job, right? If you have it after 7. Well, there is a very good benefit. So it is not a mandatory. If your final destination is F510, it is not a mandatory to get after 7. But if you change E7 to after 7, you can work anything you wanted except for the very not good job, right? But most of the job, including like a simple occupation, you can do that. It means, and only in the IT field that you can do at the company and working for that. But if you got an F27, yes, you can work for others and you can make more money, right? Good. Okay, there's the 1052. Right now, there was some of the like a very like some the bad ads on there, so I just click it and erased it. But anyway, mm, okay, Sones J Kim, can you say something about system for reading industry recommendations start from July 4th? Okay, I just to check that. July 4th. Hmm. Wait a minute. Okay, I just checked. There is any the thing like this. Okay, wait a minute. Hmm. Okay. The root industry. I just check that. Hmm. Hmm. Recommendation and what is that? Okay, there's no any specific July 4th. Mm, okay. Okay, there are two things two times you can apply for the E74 using the root industry. So you must check that, okay? So there is a uh, like a totally the 120 persons will be chosen, but already the quarter one 80% using it. So there is a 40% remains. Okay, so based on this information, wait a minute. Okay, the July 4th to July 15th, right? And you can apply for this one. But it's the important thing is if you just meet this requirement, you can you can do it, but you must doing it. And the two very important thing. The first one, you have to get a recommendation, right? Through the visa.org.kr. It takes a time, and after the print down this recommendation, and you have to get a whole document to meet like at least the 42 points, and you just submitted this original document to the Root Industry Institute, and after that and they finally choosing it and give you the sum of the letter, and using this letter you can apply for the immigration office, right, without any reservation. Okay, can I explain one more time? This is totally different for the regular application for the E74. A regular E74, and every end of quarter you can apply for, and there will be chosen 250 person. But this root industry itself, like a special quota. There is a 120 persons, and it shall be chosen. But already quarter one used like 80%. Only remains the 40% left. So starting from the July 4th and the next Monday to the July 15th. And in this period, you have to meet two very important requirements. The first one, you have to get a recommendation letter from the Ministry of like some trade and industry, right? It takes a time because first of all, your company the register the account on the visa.go.kr first. After the 3 to 5 days later, then they can allow to put it in some of the information and put it all the information with some of the document uploading, and the 7 to 10 days later, then they can issue for the recommendation letter. With that recommendation is mandatory, and you have to submit it a certain document to meet more than 42 point or something, because If you get this recommendation, it is worth like a 10 point. You can just submit 42 point and send that document with the recommendation letter to the Road Industry Institute, right? After that, the choosing 40% and the Road Industry Institute and send the facts to your company about you are the past the that person and get their whole regular document and visit to immigration office without reservation. Can you understand that? Okay, good. But you can apply. So firstly, you must get a recommendation letter through the visa.go.kr first. After that, gather this one and send this original document to the Road Industry Institute before the July 15th. And after that, final result comes out July 25th, and then get this final and the passing certificate and with your whole document and submit it to the immigration office. Okay, so your application and if you pass the whole things, and you have to apply from the July 25th to August 19th, like within 3 weeks you have to complete it. Okay, good. Okay. Is the road industry's recommendation for work in the same company for 10 years? It is not that one, because if you work and you can try to apply for to get the recommendation letter. If you work more than 3 months, you are eligible to apply for the recommendation letter. But finally, when choosing 40%, but mostly more than 6 years at working at current company. Okay. Burke Gurung, how sir, my present company contract and visa expired in same date. When I apply detail for changing workplace, it's difficult because of what? Based on my understanding, when you just change the company after visa expiration, and your the working contract finished at the same day as E74, you cannot change the detail because D10, when you apply, it shall be passed at least 1 day after your visa expiration date. So if your the visa expiration date is July 1st today, right? And tomorrow you can apply for the D10. But if you were E74 and the visa expiration date is the same thing, how can you change the D10? Because for tomorrow you doesn't have any visa. Good. Taman Kumar, I am working furniture, the company with A74. And what kind of a company I can, any kind of manufacturing. The furniture and the metal fabrication or the shoes fabrication and the food manufacturing. So any kind of a manufacturing company is okay for the E74, okay? Suneth J.H. Kim, thank you for the information, sir. Okay, so you can visit your road industry. So starting from the next Monday to the July 15th, and you must get the recommendation first and gather home the document and send it to the Institute of Road Industry. And the result comes out July 25th and through the fax to your company. After that, and this the final result with other your the point document and company document and submit it to the immigration office from July 25th to August 19th. Okay. Thank you very much for the joining together. And today it was very excellent and really appreciate your great participation on today is like a Q&A time. Thank you. Thank you for your great participation. See you next Friday. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. Really appreciate that. See you next Friday. This is Mr. Chang, Visa in Korea. 다음 주 금요일에 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.